Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Grace, and I am the Digital Service Squad team member based out of Community Future Chinook in Tabor, Alberta. I'm excited to join you today to discuss website essentials. As Darren mentioned, chat and Q&A functions are located on the right side of your screen, and if you would like to make the presentation full screen, click the button located in the top right corner of the presentation. Set your business's website up for success by checking all the boxes. Whether you are just getting started or you're looking for some guidance to take your site to the next level, we've got you covered. Today's presentation will go through a website essentials checklist. It is important to remember that this presentation is very general and that every business has its own unique needs and goals, and your checklist may include more than what's listed today. But my goal is to provide you with information to help you get started or identify areas of your existing site that need assistance. To start off the presentation today, I thought it would be beneficial to outline the differences between an information-based and e-commerce website. Each business has a different things they want to achieve from a website. And it is important to understand that there are more than one way of doing things. You have options. Information websites, as their names suggest, work to provide information. Such a website provides primary purpose is to let your target audience know what's most important about you and your business. An e-commerce website is designed to facilitate commercial transactions. E-commerce websites allow you to target an audience to buy products and services directly from your online presence. Before you build, there are some things you are going to have to do before you set out on your journey to build a website. The first thing being choosing a domain and host. Choosing a domain, what is it and why do you need it? Your domain name is the unique name that appears after the @ in an email address and after the www in a web address. A domain name is a user-friendly way for consumers to access your website and online presence. This would be www.thenameofyourbusiness.com, or when you have your email address, it's that name that provides after. So my email address is gevans@albertacf.com. So albertacf.com is our domain name. Number 2, collecting content. The information and content needed for a website are unique to the needs of each business. However, there are standard content that consumers expect to be on each website they visit. Collecting content and organizing it before building your site will help you make the process easier. There is always room to edit and make changes along the way, but having the base of what you would like to showcase and the information you believe will be helpful to consumers is a great place to start. Branding and color scheme. Having a consistent aesthetic across all aspects of your business is very important for consumers to build trust with your brand. For example, having the same branding and coloring on your website, packaging, advertising, and branded apparel is very important for your consumers to build trust with your brand. Branding is creating a distinct identity for your business in the mind of your target audience. Branding for your business is more than just aesthetic. It's a strategy and a mindset that allows businesses to build strong relationships with their clients and turn them into loyal customers. Color has more power over a consumer than you may think. Color plays a crucial role in how brands express themselves. Our emotions can drive decision-making, and colors can cultivate different motivational factors within us. Thinking McDonald's and yellow. Yellow is a color that's associated with happiness. It is also a color that's associated with budget, friendly, and kind of cheaper brands. So McDonald's uses that color as their primary color and to create a consistent feel across all their marketing. Branding kits. Developing a branding kit is a great way to ensure your branding stays consistent across all channels. A brand kit is a guideline for anyone guideline that anyone can use. People within your organization, web developers, marketing agencies, etc., are all people who would benefit from using a brand kit. 3 essential things that make up a brand kit are color palette, typography, and a logo. Organizing these things will help you build your site and is a key element in keeping your marketing consistent across all channels. Now for your website must-haves. Number 1 is a homepage. Your homepage's goal is to capture your customers' attention within seconds. The information on your homepage is the first things customers will see. So the information on this page needs to be intriguing. This is your landing page. It's the first page people will see when they visit your webpage. Your homepage needs to provide a little taste of everything the rest of your site has to offer. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. So it's important to put high focus on your homepage and how it's going to convert your customers into going in and diving deeper into the rest of your site. Number 2, About Us page. People do business with other people, and as a result, the About page is often the most visited page on any website. The information on an About Us page gives consumers an inside look at the people behind the business. Your story, your mission, your team, your values, the information all belongs on your About Us page. Tell your story and tell it in any way you see fit. This is where you can give your business and your brand a personality. This is where you tell your audience why you do what you do. Then, on number 3, your product and service page is where you tell your audience what you do. Of course, you will want to provide a summary of your business's products and services. A designated page for these offerings is a great place for consumers to learn more and take the next steps in the consumer journey. A tip for your product and service page is to keep your explanations of your products and/or services as brief as possible without leaving out any information. FAQ page. The frequently asked questions page tells everyone on one page what they need to know about your business. This will save you time answering some of these questions on an individual basis. Including frequently asked questions on your website will help you remove any doubts customers may have and help them feel more secure in making a purchasing decision with your business. Contact page. Your contact page is your website's call to action. This is where you put your phone number, hours, social media links, email address, and physical mailing address. Any way that a consumer is going to be looking to get in contact with you or ask questions that might be not on the frequently asked questions page, they're going to go to your contact page to reach out. They're going to go to your contact page to find the information they need to do business with you. Number 6, real photos. Use images consistent with your social profiles to make it easier for people to recognize your brand. Avoid using stock photos the best you can. Having real and authentic photos of your business, your product, the people in your business is so important, and I can't stress this enough. People will connect better with your businesses when they see organic content versus stock content on all channels, social media, Google, website. It's very important to use real images, as we as consumers tend to be highly visual. High quality images of your business, products and services, and overall atmosphere are essential across all digital channels, as I've mentioned. And testimonials. Showcasing customer testimonials are an excellent way for new customers to build trust with your brand through positive experience of past customers. These testimonials also add on this authenticity to your website. It's that same going back to we do business with people, not businesses. We want to see that organic touch to a business. And a lot of times this is through positive reviews. And showcasing your Google reviews or any sort of testimonial you've gotten from customers is a great way for potential customers to connect with your brand and see that you're legit, you're credible, and worth making a purchase from. Lastly, a website must-have is a header and a footer. The header and footer contain links to other pages, a logo, a title of the website, and contact information. The header is the area located at the very top of your website. It includes a business logo, navigation links, links to your social channels, and on an e-commerce website, your shopping cart. The footer, of course, then, is located at the very bottom of your site. This area can be customized to hold various information, but typically contains contact details, hours, social links, or a newsletter subscription, or other copywritten information. Now, here's an example of a basic website I assisted in developing on the platform Squarespace. The owner of this business was looking to enhance its credibility with a website. One of her most significant asks was to have a user-friendly site that could be updated monthly with new class dates and new class times, as well as have a link to a private YouTube channel where she could provide a password to those interested in training from home. With these asks, we collaborated and created a site around her needs and goals. We included all the website must-haves, but also added specific content unique to her business goals. This brings us to website bonuses. Number 1, a blog. Adding a blog section to your website is a great way to generate leads and traffic. Having a blog filled with journal entries and topically related posts is a great way to generate traffic to your business, and a great way as a business owner to interact with your customers as well. Building an email list is another great add-on to your website. Including an easy access to a sign-up form is a great way to grow and build an email list from your website. Additionally, an email newsletter is a great way to build relationships with new and existing clients. So by starting an email list on your website, you're creating a list of emails and people that you can eventually reach out to with an email newsletter. If you want to start email marketing, but you don't have an email list, it's kind of difficult. So providing a place for people to sign up for that type of marketing on your website is really going to help you grow and expand into that area if you haven't already. Number 3 is adding a social share button or a social follow button. Easy access to your social media profiles from your website is a critical way to connect your digital presence across all channels. Of course, I like to explain online presence as a web, right? Your Google business profile links to your website links to your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. And then reverse, your Instagram, Twitter, all that links to your website, which links to your Google business profile. So you're really creating a web, and this really enhances your online presence and someone's ability to find you online and their ability to purchase from you online or adapt and learn more about you is all about creating that web of links between each channel of your online presence. Generating traffic. Social media sharing is a great place to drive traffic organically to your website. Social media and websites are the top 2 digital marketing channels, so they must work together. So this is driving traffic to your website through your social media posts, and this is driving traffic from your website to your social media. Again, as I just explained, they have to work hand in hand, and it'll only be beneficial in your long-term marketing plan if your channels are working together and cohesively versus not working together at all. Number 2 is having a Google business profile. Having your website linked to a Google business profile is another great way to drive traffic to your website. Of course, you can have a Google business profile without having a website. However, not having a website on your profile prevents customers from learning more about your business, and you won't be on their radar. If you are interested in learning more about the Google business profile, I encourage you to check out our last Lunch and Learn session recording, where I discuss different ways to utilize this free tool. The link will be in the chat, so I encourage you to go check that out as well if you missed it last week. Lastly is number 3, QR codes. Welcome to the digital age. A great way to bring your real world business and your digital business together is through QR codes. This is a simple way to drive traffic from literally any flat surface. You may be thinking, where can I even use a QR code? QR codes have a wide range of purpose, and some of these purposes include generating traffic to your website, sharing contact information, providing an easy access for customers to leave reviews, growing your email marketing list, etc. And some of the different ways this can be done are bus stops and train station posters, business cards, on packaging, billboards, posters, coupons, you name it, stickers. And those are only a few ways I've seen QR codes come to life in the real world. They're a great way to bring your customer from that static physical print form of media into your digital world. So it's really linking traditional forms of media and your digital presence, which there's a place and a time for traditional forms of media, newspapers, flyers, postcards, but it also enhances that linkage between that type of marketing and your digital marketing as well. Next, we are going to go into questions. So I'm just going to exit my sharing tab right now and see if there's any questions in the Q&A section.
Yeah, thanks, Grace. Yeah, there are a few questions here. One was, how do you get results in a crowded market with strong and big spending competitors?
My answer to that would be, obviously your search engine optimization is going to be a huge portion of pushing you up in social rankings. So kind of my takeaway from that question would be, how do I become the first one on the search query, right? When someone's Googling best hairdresser in the area, best grocery store in the area, of course, those larger box stores, Walmart, McDonald's, Tim Hortons, they're going to have a lot larger budget to spend on things such as SEO. So they're going to typically be the first ones we see on any search query, but there's definitely organic ways to become higher up in those local rankings. Some of the things I mentioned in my presentation being having social media links that link back to your website. Having a completed Google business profile is another huge thing that can help you climb those local rankings. Any SEO work you can do in the back end. So that's adding keywords into your website. That's evaluating using tools like Google Search Console to see what people are looking for when they're searching up your website. It could be completely different of what you're aiming your keywords at. So it's good to kind of utilize some of those free tools to bring it back in more organic ways. Like I said, that search engine optimization is a huge topic, and it covers a lot of different, I could do a whole presentation on SEO, but there's definitely organic ways to do that. And a good way would be to reach out to your local digital service squad team member and have a sit down with them. And definitely our program supports being able to kind of look at your website and ways we could maybe help with that area.
Cool. Sounds great. Another one here. How often should I update my website?
So unlike social media, a website is typically something you don't have to update weekly or daily. But I would say that it is important to stay relevant to your business as it is. If your hours change, if you do a rebranding, if your location change, these are all things you are going to want to update on your website, because you're going to want your information to be consistent across all channels, as mentioned. So if your hours on Google are different than that of your hours on your website, that can really cause a disconnect for consumers looking to come into your business. So I guess it would be dependent on like what's going on in your business. But your website, like I said, it's not something you need to update weekly. But if I would suggest, if you haven't touched your website in 10 to 15 years, maybe it's time to look at it in different ways that maybe you can make it more user friendly. And maybe there's things about your business that have changed that it's important to update that as well. Again, another thing too is photos. Photos are a great thing to kind of bring in as a good way to clean up and update your website here and there. But maybe taking a look at your website once a year, twice a year, or just as things are changing within your business.
Sounds good. Another one here. What are some of the most common mistakes someone can make when creating a website?
I think off the top of my head, the biggest mistake I often see is having a website full of broken links. So, a website where it's not linking up to the proper pages, your phone number is linking to a different phone number or not linking to anything at all. People aren't able to click on your email address, or they do, and it again goes to a different website. Or just having broken links can be it's super common, and it's super detrimental that you don't have broken links for your search engine optimization. Because as soon as you have any broken links on your website, it kind of gets pushed down because it becomes less user friendly.
Great. How much does a website cost?
It definitely varies. I can go a little bit into some website hosting. Basically, with website hosting, you're looking there is a website host that I would say that fits into various budgets, but it really depends on what you want to get from a website. There's various website builders: Squarespace, Wix, WordPress, Square, Shopify, Lightspeed, GoDaddy, Bookmark, Web.com. Like the list goes on. But I guess it's important to remember that each business has unique needs, and it's essential to research and shop around to find the best website host that fits your needs. And so if it's kind of deciding a budget that's going to work for you and then going and researching those website hosts. There's lower cost ones, there's higher cost ones. It's really hard to give an exact price because each host is so different. Like I said, a coded website that a web developer makes with an integrated store and place where you can have a calendar for people to register for events, that sort of stuff starts to get a little bit more pricey. I'd say ballpark price you're looking at for a basic informational website that is easy and user friendly for you as a business owner to edit and use. I think you would ballpark, and like I said, it varies. $200 for a year is one of the cheapest routes I've seen as a person who's developed websites. But like I said, it really depends on what your goals are with that website and which website host you go with, because there's so many options. And that's why I encourage you, if you're going to go build a website, do your research on website hosts, reach out to your local digital service squad. They can help you do some of this research, close some of these gaps, answer some of your questions. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. I know you just had mentioned about selling on your website. So this question says, I want an e-commerce website eventually, but I am a new business and need more time to be ready to take on that task. Should I wait until I am prepared to sell online to get a website?
I would say no. A lot of the website hosts that have e-commerce capabilities, just to mention Squarespace, Shopify, Lightspeed, they are all pretty good platforms of allowing you to build a basic informational website, as I mentioned at the beginning of my presentation. Build out something really basic, but they also provide you with the opportunity to grow. So if you're not ready yet, going with a host that's going to allow you to grow is super important. So just choosing a host where maybe you're not ready to have that store live yet, but having a website is going to enhance the credibility ultimately of your whole business. So I would encourage you, if you're thinking about a website, definitely do it. Don't wait until you're ready, because you may never be ready. And just having a basic website that allows people to ask you questions through a contact, find your hours, see legit pictures and testimonials, as I mentioned. It's going to be a great place to build credibility and build yourself up as a legit brand. It really helps with that legitimacy aspect. And as we move into this more digital age, people are very afraid of being scammed or spending their money at places that are not credible. So having that website and showing that you're a credible brand that's there for their customers is super important. So I wouldn't wait, just put yourself in the position to grow.
Great. One last one here. My business has a younger audience. Is the website worth investing in? As I am told, younger people only care about social media.
As I mentioned in my presentation, I believe thoroughly that you're having a website is absolutely important. But I think your social media and website have to work hand in hand. And I wouldn't discount having a website just because your audience is younger and you think that they're on social media more. Again, it just adds to that credibility of your business. And especially if you're selling online, there's lots of different opportunities to link your website and your social media together through product tagging and different areas like that. So I would definitely encourage your business to get a website and allow for that opportunity to work hand in hand and cohesively work together instead of just discounting one and spending time on the other. There's definitely room for them to work together and be really cohesively a good online marketing strategy.